The skies over South Asia crackled with tension in early May 2025. For 4 days, the world watched with bated breath as India and Pakistan, two nuclear-armed rivals, engaged in their most serious military confrontation in decades. This wasn't the usual cross-border shelling or low-intensity conflict. This time, advanced fighter jets dueled in the air. Missiles flew across the border. Drones were deployed for the first time in this volatile relationship. The clashes, while geographically limited, sent shockwaves through the international community. The specter of a larger conflict, potentially even a nuclear one, loomed large. Analysts scrambled to understand what had just happened and what it meant for the future of the region. Was this a dangerous one-off or a sign of things to come? The answers to these questions are complex and multifaceted. They lie buried in the history of animosity between the two nations, in the shifting alliances of global power, and in the evolving nature of modern warfare. Understanding this clash requires delving into each of these aspects, unraveling the threads of a conflict that could have easily spiraled out of control. This essay will examine the events of the India-Pakistan aerial clash of May 2025. We will explore the trigger, the key military engagements, and the losses incurred by both sides. Most importantly, we will analyze the broader geopolitical implications of this conflict, highlighting the lessons learned and the potential for future escalation. The seeds of the May 2025 clash were sown in the ever-simmering cauldron of the Kashmir dispute. This mountainous region, claimed by both India and Pakistan, has been the epicenter of their rivalry for over 70 years. Control of Kashmir has led to 3 wars between the two nations, countless skirmishes, and a constant undercurrent of tension. On April 22, 2025, a deadly terror attack rocked Indian-administered Kashmir. Militants targeted a security convoy, killing dozens of Indian soldiers. India immediately blamed Pakistan for harboring and supporting the group responsible for the attack, a charge Pakistan vehemently denied. While Pakistan routinely denies any involvement in attacks on Indian soil, India's accusations are not without merit. Pakistan has a long history of using militant groups as proxies against India, particularly in the disputed region of Kashmir. This strategy allows Pakistan to maintain plausible deniability while bleeding India through 1,000 cuts. The April 22 attack, coming as it did amidst heightened tensions along the line of control that separates Indian and Pakistani-controlled Kashmir, proved to be the tipping point. India, under the leadership of a nationalist government with a zero-tolerance policy for terrorism, decided it was time to respond, and respond decisively. In the pre-dawn hours of May 7, 2025, India launched Operation Sindoor. The operation, shrouded in secrecy, was designed to deliver a swift and punishing blow to what India claimed were terrorist camps operating inside Pakistan-administered Kashmir. It marked a significant escalation in India's strategy. India's stated goal was to target these camps with pinpoint accuracy, minimizing civilian casualties and avoiding any direct engagement with the Pakistani military. However, Pakistan, anticipating a retaliatory strike, had its air defenses on high alert. The stage was set for a confrontation. As Indian fighter jets, including the French-made Rafale and the Russian-designed Sukhoi Su-30 MKI, crossed the line of control, Pakistani radars detected their presence. Air raid sirens blared across major Pakistani cities as the Pakistani Air Force scrambled its own jets to intercept the incoming Indian aircraft. The next 4 days would see a series of aerial engagements, the most serious between the two nations since the 1971 war. These dogfights, fought with advanced weaponry and sophisticated electronic warfare systems, would test the capabilities of both air forces and reshape the military balance in South Asia. The skies over Kashmir became a deadly ballet of metal and fire as Indian and Pakistani fighter jets engaged in a series of intense dogfights. The roar of jet engines and the shriek of missiles filled the air as both sides attempted to gain air superiority. Pakistan claimed its Chinese-made J-10C jets, known for their maneuverability, shot down 3 Indian Rafale jets and 2 other Indian warplanes. potentially Mirage 2000s. Images of burning wreckage, consistent with the silhouettes of both the Rafale and Mirage 2000, surfaced on social media, lending credence to Pakistan's claims. India, while acknowledging some losses, disputed Pakistan's claims. The Indian Air Force maintained that its losses were minimal and that it had inflicted far greater damage on the Pakistani side. The fog of war, combined with the politically charged atmosphere, made it difficult to ascertain the true extent of the losses on either side. However, the downing of even a single Rafale jet, if confirmed, would be a significant blow to India. India had inducted the Rafale into its air force with much fanfare, touting its advanced capabilities and its ability to give India an edge over Pakistan's air force. Section 5. The drone debuts, a new era of warfare in South Asia. The 2025 India-Pakistan clash marked the first time both countries deployed armed drones in combat against each other. These unmanned aerial vehicles, once the exclusive preserve of a few technologically advanced nations, have become increasingly common in modern warfare, and the India-Pakistan conflict highlighted their growing significance. India, in particular, has been rapidly expanding its drone arsenal. In the May clash, India deployed its Israeli-made Harop drones, also known as loitering munitions. These sophisticated drones can hover over a target area for hours, waiting for the optimal moment to strike. India used the Harop drones to great effect, targeting Pakistani radar installations and communication hubs. The drones' ability to evade detection and strike with precision made them a potent weapon in India's arsenal. Pakistan, while lagging behind India in drone technology, is also making strides in developing its own unmanned capabilities. The 2025 clash served as a wake-up call for Pakistan, highlighting the need to invest further in drone technology to maintain pace with India's evolving military capabilities. Section 6. Missile technology under the microscope, successes and failures. The India-Pakistan aerial clash provided a rare real-world test of advanced missile systems. Both sides fired a range of missiles, from air-to-air missiles to surface-to-surface ballistic missiles. The performance of these weapons systems, and the effectiveness of the countermeasures deployed against them, was closely scrutinized by military analysts worldwide. India reportedly used its French-made Scalp missiles to target key Pakistani military installations. The Scalp, a long-range, precision-guided cruise missile, is designed to evade enemy air defenses and strike high-value targets with pinpoint accuracy. Pakistan, on the other hand, claimed its Chinese-made HQ-9 air defense system successfully intercepted several incoming Indian missiles. The HQ-9, a long-range surface-to-air missile system, is considered one of the most advanced air defense systems in the world. However, the actual effectiveness of both the Scalp and the HQ-9 remains a subject of debate. Satellite imagery analysis suggested that while some Indian missiles were indeed intercepted, others managed to penetrate Pakistani defenses, inflicting damage on several key installations. Section 7. The human cost of conflict, casualties and destruction. While the India-Pakistan aerial clash was limited in duration, its human toll was still significant. Both sides reported casualties, both military and civilian. The fog of war made it difficult to get an accurate assessment of the casualties in the immediate aftermath. India reported the loss of 5 soldiers, killed in action during the various engagements. Pakistan, on the other hand, reported 11 casualties, including both military personnel and civilians. The civilian casualties, while tragic, were mercifully low, a testament to the precision targeting capabilities of modern weaponry. In terms of material damage, both sides suffered losses. Satellite imagery showed damage to several Pakistani airbases, including hangars, runways, and aircraft shelters. India, too, acknowledged limited damage to 4 of its airbases, but maintained that its infrastructure remained largely intact. Beyond the immediate physical damage, the conflict also exacted a heavy psychological toll. The specter of war, even a limited one, revived old traumas and anxieties on both sides of the border. The conflict also highlighted the fragility of peace in the region, a stark reminder of the ever-present potential for escalation. Section 8. The world reacts. International responses and concerns. The India-Pakistan aerial clash sent shockwaves through the international community. World leaders expressed deep concern over the escalation of violence, urging both sides to show restraint and engage in dialogue to de-escalate the situation. The United States, caught between its strategic partnership with India and its long-standing relationship with Pakistan, found itself in a delicate position. The Biden administration called for an immediate ceasefire and urged both countries to resolve their differences through diplomacy. China, Pakistan's all-weather ally, expressed strong support for Pakistan's right to self-defense. Chinese state media, meanwhile, hailed the performance of the J-10C fighter jet, claiming it had outmaneuvered the much-vaunted Rafale. Russia, India's traditional arms supplier, maintained a relatively neutral stance, calling on both sides to exercise restraint. However, the conflict highlighted India's growing reliance on Western military hardware, a trend that is likely to cause concern in Moscow. Section 9. Shifting sands, the geopolitical fallout. The India-Pakistan aerial clash of 2025, while brief, had far-reaching geopolitical implications. It highlighted the shifting balance of power in South Asia, the growing role of advanced technologies in warfare, and the complex interplay of regional rivalries and global power politics. The conflict underscored India's growing military might and its determination to assert itself as a dominant power in the region. India's willingness to use force, even against a nuclear-armed adversary, signaled a more assertive foreign policy. For Pakistan, the clash was a stark reminder of its military limitations and its growing dependence on China. The performance of Chinese-made military hardware, particularly the J-10C fighter jet, was closely scrutinized, with implications for future arms sales. Most importantly, the conflict served as a stark reminder of the dangers of nuclear brinkmanship. The fact that two nuclear-armed states came so close to a full-blown conflict highlighted the urgent need for dialogue, confidence-building measures, and a stable security architecture in South Asia.